Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss logical reasoning section of IMAT. So this is our ongoing series in which we have discussed biology, chemistry, physics and maths. Now today is the turn of logical reasoning. Actually we will be discussing about how to study for logical reasoning section of IMAT. So as you all know that IMAT logical reasoning section has got 4 questions. In previous year there were like a lot of questions, 18 questions, but from 2023 onward there are like just 4 questions, and this is like very handy. Actually the logical reasoning section was the most difficult section, as we all know that, because the only reason is that we do not study anything related to logical reasoning in our high school, primary school, secondary school. We do not get any concepts, and this is the students that pass actually this section previously 18 questions. They have got a brain, they have got an enriched IQ, so that was a part case. But now we have got 4 questions, so these questions marks about 1.5 multiplied by 4 equal to 6 questions, 6 marks. So 6 marks is actually huge. But if you do not study, that would be fine, but I would suggest do study. At least if you can mark it 1 question, actually this is easy, but if you practice it, this becomes easy. But now let's talk about how you are going to study for logical reasoning. As we all know that logical reasoning is logical based, so you do need to make your logic work here. So the examiner can ask questions like conclusion based, argumentative based, all that stuff. But first of all, let me clear, as we all know that, if you do not know that, I'm just saying we all know that, if you do not know that, as previously Cambridge was conducting IMAT test, but from 23 onward, so their contract got cancelled, and now onward Italian ministry Siniga, with collaboration with Siniga, is doing or conducting IMAT test. Now there was a thing that maybe this year test will be different in 2023, like question would be different, like different style, as they in syllabus they mentioned that there would be reading skills something. They changed the name critical thinking from so most of the students were thinking that there will be going to very different thing this year. But when the exam came, it was exactly same as per previous year. So now we are clear that we need to follow exactly the same old pattern that most of the students were following from 2011 till whenever you are conducting test. So now how you are going to prepare. First of all, I would say that most of the students say what book we need to follow. So here comes the twist. Actually there is no specific book that you need to follow, but there is, actually I'm going to tell, but there is no specific logic is logic based. You have to do by yourself, there is no other thing. But if you want to learn that, we did not have studied in our anywhere, we did not have studied logic, how to actually solve logical questions. But now here comes Cambridge has made a book there, like for A levels, that contains most of the questions, most like theory based. They explain very beautifully. Most students say that this is very comprehensive book, and that's not a comprehensive book. That's very easy to understand and most basic thing. They are discussing theory, how can question arise. So there are like many questions. There are different styles of question that can come in logical reasoning. For example, they can ask what is the argue, and what is the conclusion, and what is the judgment here. So these type of question, they will give you a phrase, whole question, maybe conversation between 2 person or 3 person, maybe a whole different lengthy statement, and then in the end, in option, they will ask you what is the conclusion of the above statement, what the conclusion of these 2 persons. There will be 5 options in which you need to mark 1 correct option. So this is how going to answer. But there are some other different questions, like mathematical based. For example, there are like if in this country petrol is this price, if in this country is this price, and car consumes this per 5 mile it consumes like 5 liters or something. Then in the options he will ask, or examiner will ask, what is the minimum car cost, what is the minimum cost on fuel in in which country. So now you have to apply your mind. These are actually question easy if you have got any understanding previously from like high school or anywhere you have practiced, then they become very, very handy and easy to solve because you have got a concept. But if you do not have a concept, like how you are going to approach the question. For example, he asks you an arithmetic mean. For example, he gives you many statements, many numbers, figures, and he asks you what is the average. Now you do need to know the formula. What is the formula that I'm going to use that will land me up on an answer? Maybe he gives you 5 to 6 numbers, then you need to learn the formula. Actually, mathematics is based on this. I have explained in mathematics class. You can check this is type of banner. You can check that. But now logic is something similar to mathematics if the calculation based come, but otherwise logic is easiest. But I would say that if you do not learn or you do not study, then you are not going to attempt it. So the basic rule is go and learn from Cambridge 2nd edition. The book is mentioned, the syllabus, the cover will be appearing, so you can see that, and that becomes very handy. Actually, when you learn theory, you will see that how actually every type of question works, how you can how to find. They have what they did in Cambridge book. First they mention the theory, first they explain the question, how a judgment is going to be asked. Then they in the last they mention 2 to 3 examples. Then at the end they have got exercises in which questions are mentioned. So this becomes a little bit handy. And there are also tons of books that will be linked below, or there will be an article that you can check on that you can check out. So the reason is simple. Now you need to focus. If you want to study logical reasoning, then you need to work on your logic. And logic is like innate thing, not innate. You observe things, you adopt strategy, you change the mind, and just like sharpen your mind. So that is something logic I prefer. And I would say do solve from previous past papers. You will get an idea. And I at my time I was solving previous exam papers. BMAT has got lots of questions from logical reasoning, and TSA question bank TSA's exam, and that has got very, very lengthy logic. I think there are like 18 to 20 or something questions. That is like very vast amount of questions in logical section. So I would say go follow some TSA past papers or TSA books specifically made for TSA. And BMAT is also handy. They have got some nice questions in logic section. You can solve it. But actually the IMAT would be enough. And if you think that you are going to solve IMAT questions, and then for logic, if you want to see the answers, then I will have made on my site samikaman.com. you can check there. There will be BMAT past papers full with work solution, past papers with work solution, and IMAT question papers with work solution. So you can check out that. And that was just all about logical reasoning. Logical is all about your concepts and no, I will not say concepts, actually do concepts, these are also concepts, but it's about logic. Logic can be like just practice some questions, just see that how to approach question. That would be enough for that. And there are like just 4 questions, so there is no need to dig deeper. Or if you really wanna ace it, jokes aside, for every point matters in IMAT ranking. IMAT merit makes up just by 0.01 per point, 0.1 actually, 0.1 mark point matters. So I would say do practice. At least if you think that I'm not going to make so much practice or I cannot learn, then do at least focus something and just learn 4 to 5 types, so that in real-time exam you can solve at least 2 correct options. That would be actually 3 marks. That matters, that make up you in ranking. So that's the thing. And I hope you would have understood the IMAT Logical Reasoning section. So if you haven't watched the biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics section of how to study for IMAT section of IMAT, then you can see the playlist here. And if you have enjoyed this video, then do like this video for algorithm purpose and do share with your mates. And thank you for watching. See you in next video. Till bye bye.